One of the absolute joys of my life is having the opportunity to interview some of the top student athletes in the nation, especially when those student athletes happen to also be outstanding young men.
Yes, sir.
Joining me today is a young man who fits that description, my main man, Vincent Anthony, aka VJV. Thank you so very much for taking a moment with me here today, bro.
Thank you. Thank you.
Vince, look, obviously nowadays when we give your title, we've got to include All-American Vince
Right.
Anthony into
Sure.
that title. Just recently, you earned the honor to play in the All-American Bowl. You earned that designation down at FBU Top Gun Camp. When your name was announced to receive this, what
Right.
thoughts, what feelings, what emotions were going through your body?
It was wild. It was like a roller coaster was going through me because I've been dreaming about that bowl game since I was 5, 6 years old, watching on TV, watching the guys in the NFL now. They played in that game. And so the hard work, countless hours in the weight room with my pops, just all that hard work finally just paid off in that moment. And so it was exciting feeling for sure.
You talk about all of the NFL greats who have played in that game. Of course, you, sir, are a pass rusher. You're a defensive end. You're long. You're lean. You can get it done from the edge. The names that come to mind, you start to think of the Chase Youngs. You start to think of the other individuals who really put their name on the map in that game. From an historical perspective, what does it mean to you to know that you're now in that same class?
It feels like coming from Durham, North Carolina, a lot of people from Durham don't, get the respect as far as countrywide as I feel like we deserve. So, just putting the city on the map, like Durham has athletes that can compete against the top in the country also. And so I just feel that's historic that I'm coming from Durham, North Carolina, and I'm one of the only ones, or if not one of the only ones to, make it to the big stage to put on for the kids coming under me for sure.
And for anybody out there who has not yet seen VJ's tape, trust and believe this is not coincidence. Again, the young man has length. He's got a tremendous first step. He can rush the passer and he can anchor and stop the run as well. But we'll get out of my analyst days and get back to the interview here. Obviously, you also just dropped some other major news. Why does VJ Anthony want to be a Duke Blue Devil? Why'd you choose Duke?
I want to feel like home away from home. So support from the coaches, the fans, the players on the team, the professors on the academic and athletic side, just support for me and also my family for sure. And a school that can challenge me in the classroom and on the field, push me to my limits so I can become the best person that I can.
You are an outstanding young man as well. Again, I've known you for a few years now, and you've always been an outstanding young man. One of the places that comes from is I know that you have an excellent support system there at home with your mother and father. What has it meant to you to be raised in your household, having that kind of love and guidance?
It means a lot. Extremely love coming from both of them, support coming from both of them, my sister, my aunts, uncles, grandparents, all of them, but especially them two, because, there was just times where I know they didn't want to wake up 5 o'clock in the morning and drive 6 hours to Atlanta to go train and go watch me train and wake up early in the morning to do this and stay up late nights to help me with homework. But just know that they sacrificed time to get me to where I am now. It means extremely a lot. It means a lot.
And correct me if I'm wrong here, and we'll just erase this if I'm wrong. But you do some training with Chuck Smith, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Now that's former for all of the younger student athletes out there. This is Chuck Smith, former big time defensive end, did work with the Atlanta Falcons amongst other people. What have you learned from Chuck? How has he helped take your game to the next level?
I've learned a lot. Majority of the pass rush moves I've learned from him. And the first time I went down there was last year, March of 2020. And he saw something in me first when he saw me. The first time I went down there, he threw me in with the college and NFL guys. And so some of those guys, Patrick Jones, he got drafted to the Vikings, Jalen Twyman, Also from the DMV, got
DMV, that's right. DC, that's right. Yeah.
Trained with him, still keep in touch. So just making those connections and them helping my game, becoming me a better player for sure.
That's what's up, bro. I'll get you out of here on this. Of course, again, you've got the All-American Bowl. You still got work to be done. You still have a senior year coming up. Where would you like to continue to get better as you prepare not only for your senior year, but again for those next 3 to 4 years in college?
As far as skills on the field, my get off for sure. That can always, there's always something that needs to be improved. And I have an extremely fast get off, but I know I can get it faster. You know, I'm trying to have a faster get off than Von Miller. That's the goal. And so get off and using my hands. I want to have the fastest hands in the game. And so just working on what me and my dad and Coach Chuck have already established, just building off of that.
One of my all-time favorite student athletes who is also an outstanding young man, Vincent VJ Anthony. I thank you so very much for joining me, and I'm extraordinarily happy for you, bro.
Yes, sir.
Ricardo report, bruh.